Yes, a groundhog has been forecasting the weather longer than I have since 1887. He's not very accurate. He only has a record of about 30% when you look at the nation as a whole. But yesterday, Phil did see his shadow, so that means 6 more weeks of winter, and he's been doing this since 1887. 108 times he saw his shadow, which means more winter. 21 times, so he did not see his shadow, and that would mean an early spring. There were 10 times, though, where Phil wasn't able to do his forecast, but as far as this year, he is predicting more winter weather. So when you look at it on a national basis, he only has a 30% accuracy, and so most of the time he is wrong. But back in 2024, 2020, when he predicted an early spring, he actually got it right. But as far as 2025, he did see his shadow, as well as in 2023, 2022, and 2021, as well as 2018. But again, he only has a record of about 30%. That's when you look at it as far as a nation or nationally. Now in Reno itself, when you just look at the temperatures, he has a better accuracy. And so in 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, and 2018, if you just look at the mean average for the high and the low for Reno itself, he was about right. With that being said, in Reno and up in the Sierra, it's really hard to tell because in terms of how much snowfall we get up in the Sierra, it can vary a lot, and especially from location to location. So it's really kind of hard to tell how accurate Phil is when you just look at the snow versus temperatures, because atmospheric rivers can also be warmer storms. So it's just kind of hard to verify Phil's accuracy. And here's some kind of a proof of that. Up in Tahoe City, when you look at February, March, and April, look all the way back of the year so you can see how it varies a lot. I mean, in 2025 in February in Tahoe City, they got almost 20 inches. In March, 37. In April, 17.5. But then look at 2024. They got more in March than they did in February, and then hardly anything in April. And then look at 2022, where they didn't get very much in February or March, but got almost 30 inches in April. So it's really kind of hard to quantify or to see how accurate Phil is for the Sierra, because it can vary a lot, where we don't get a lot in February, but we can get a lot in March, and even in April sometimes we can get some snow as well. The extended forecast, though, is leaning wetter than average, but still warmer than average too. Have a great day.